Let's go.
Right, all set here for Botswana versus Zambia. My expectation, Kenny, would be that Zambia should win this comfortably. Well, we've seen one great upset already.
Yeah, it'll be miss of us to mention comfortable wins around here. I think that upset set the standard for the day, but the Zambian team should look to set a standard for this tournament, and I think I'll be looking at this game to do that. Looking at the Botswanan side, they've had a long journey to come up here, and I think they'll be looking forward to just getting stuck into some rugby.
It's great weather to play rugby in here in Lusaka as well. We've spoken about kickoffs, and that one's pretty poor from Botswana. So now an opportunity for Zambia. Put some pressure on, get into the opposition's half, and maybe even put the first points on the board. A bit of space on the outside, and a chance to take it wide, and unforced error from Zambia brings about the knock-on, and Botswana B will have the put into the scrum.
Their first lookout today, so they're going to be looking to minimize the errors. I think the sides that are under the cosh have all struggled because they are not being clinical enough, and obviously being punished for little mistakes in terms of knock-ons and tackles.
Well, Zambia didn't punish Botswana B for the poor kickoff. It's a good scrum from them. 50-50 ball picked up by the Zambians. Now trying to go around the outside. It looks like he does have the pace, and he's going to get in for the first try. David Chimbukulu will get in for Zambia under the posts, and a pretty simple try. Too much pace.
Yeah, I think just use that space that was on the outside. The defender, of course, went too high. Should have got in low and quick, and obviously would have stopped that try. But there's a lot of pace in the Zambian team, and I think it's rising to the top here.
Well, it was a 50-50 ball that Botswana kicked away, gave possession to Zambia, and Chibukula going all the way for the home side under the post to boot. Conversion was good. Zambia lead Botswana B 7-0. Huge deep kick, and it's going to turn out as a good result. A lot of wind here. He used that, didn't he?
If ever there was using of the wind, that was it. Excellent kick, and I think he found the space and really tried to place it. And it's always difficult to place the ball in space in terms of when the wind is heavy as it is.
Well, it is their ball, but they're under pressure now. Botswana just short of their own try line. They're going to have to try and clear from here. And, clearance not bad, takes play just short of their own 22. So now an opportunity for Zambia to put the ball in and maybe capitalize on the pressure.
Yeah, I'd like to see the thought process that has gone into the Zambian team by seeing what creative play they would do from this set phase from a line-out. That always is an indication of the coaching staff really doing their work.
Not a great throw from Lipschitz, but referee's given a penalty. Not so sure if maybe the first call should have been not straight in the line out. Anyway, here's an opportunity again for Zambia to extend that early lead of theirs. And pretty simple try in the end. Created the overlap on the outside. Just beat that one defender. And a pretty simple run-in again for Chimbukulu. Gets in for his second.
Yeah, a bit of a contentious penalty from my view, because the first offence was the misthrown, but an excellent ball here, and he did well because he did show, went through and made sure that he kept the ball moving, and I think that was key. Once you've beaten the defender, let the ball keep flowing.
It's a great kick.
Great kick with the wind. Again, using the wind. That's just showing how accurate the kicker is.
Right, so Zambia extend their lead now 14 points to 0 over Botswana B.
It's important again that he does accurate kickoff.
Now an opportunity for Botswana. So pressure's good from Zambia.
There's so much commitment into the Botswanans at ruck time that they don't have enough numbers to use the width.
The steal was good from Zambia, but losing the ball against a little bit scrappy. There will be a knock-on. The ref a little bit harsh, eh?
Very harsh, because the Zambian team had turned it over at that previous breakdown. But I think the Botswana team will take what they get. Just a pity that they are bunched up in this, little 20-meter instead of using the whole field just to, stretch the defense.
Well, fair to say that the Botswanans definitely look a smaller side, and where they've got to be careful is thinking they can take Zambia on physically.
Yeah, and I think Zambia from the first game have shown that the physicality at breakdown level is very strong.
There's an intercept, so speculative pass, trying to get the ball wide, and number 10 should have got in. He gives it to Chimbukula, and he gets his hat-trick within the first half.
Yeah, and it was probably a birthday gift or a bet of some sort that he hands it over to his teammate. But Botswana has obviously been playing backwards, and the more pressure you put under, you're going to end up playing spectacle passes as there's.
So maybe the idea of getting the ball wide was there, but the execution not very good from Botswana. And very quickly find themselves 21 points to 0 down. Another good kickoff, and a lot of pressure put on Botswana. Pitch judge believes that that's a Botswana throw-in.
But that's a good variation from kickoffs from the Zambians. They've done one long, one short, and this one was one of the little grabbery. Again, the wind is playing its part within the passes, so I think Botswana does want to take it wide, but the wind is playing its part.
Where's that width going to come from? Maybe a little bit of space to try and put one of the Botswanans away, and there's a knock-on. So really struggling to get any play going, the Botswana A side.
Yeah, no continuity as the halftime hooter sounds off. But again, good tackle, good technical tackle there that helped to dislodge the ball. And let's see if Zambia can finish off the half with a well-executed play.
So an opportunity to see the pace in the back line of Zambia. There's the first switch, there's the next one. And knock-on from Zambia. Well, you saw them in their first game create the overlap and a simple try by the double switch. That time the knock-on held up, and no doubt that will bring an end to the first half. So maybe a little bit scrappy, Kenny, the first half in this encounter.
Yeah, and I've been impressed with the Zambian team. I think they're starting to change from second gear to third gear into this game. Impressive with the execution. When they've managed to, when they needed to get tries onto the board, they did. So that was excellent execution. But just feeling for the Botswana team a little bit. Obviously, size is playing against them with the physicality side of it.
Just slightly. Let's push. Let's keep on pushing. Exactly the same thing with it. But let's not give them chance to let them have the ball play. Okay. Let's close them up. We've closed them up 3 times. What has happened? Interception. That's what we want. Just keep on pressing. Keep on pressing. Let's avoid to play the ball in the middle. Let's just spread it out. Let's spread it out, and we'll bring it back in. Let's see those phases now coming up. Okay. David, back yourself up. It doesn't mean when you make a move, then you were too flat when you're calling that move just now. The All Blacks. Stay deeper. Depth, you've got all the touchline here, enough space, but you were standing like 10 meters apart. So let's just control and let's talk about it, okay? After a minute, we're going to make some subs, okay? Let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on working and calling each other.
Interesting calls from the coach. telling them to spread it wide, and maybe something that we found in more of the development sides, playing a very narrow game, and we've seen that from Botswana. So easy defense for Zambia, but an opportunity now for them to really practice that, pull the game wide, which we've spoken about all morning, and to really put some of those speedsters away and create the gaps in the middle as opposed to looking for them from the onset.
Yeah, and that's you know, the words from the coach is always let's use the width of the field.
So he has the first opportunity to get that ball wide for Zambia. They got the numbers, and we've seen that they got the pace. Middle inside ball, and we've seen this man with pace. He'll get in for his 4th try. Chimbukulu will get over again for Zambia. 4 tries to him, and that's maybe a little bit of the space that the coach spoke about.
Yeah, and it's a great start to him for the tournament. I mean, he has been given a bit of space and has made sure that he's executed. And I think is just a question mark about where he's handling the ball on the inside. It should be on the outside, obviously, to execute the handoff once you need to. But he's on a great run of form in this tournament so far.
He's racking up the tries. Is Chimbukulu. He's got 4. I'll actually tell you, he's got all 4 in the game.
And again, I'd like to see their variation from the kickoff here, and just for them to retain it, obviously, you know, working against the wind.
Nice big hanging kick. Deciding on the tap back.
Yeah, it tended to be, he tapped it forward, and obviously his fellow player got the ball. But this gives the Zambian team another opportunity to dot the ball down, and with the pace like that, you're always going to go in. Excellent.
Tell you what, that was some great work from Lipschitz. He's not the guy who got over for the try, but just when it looked like it was going a little bit lateral, how he straightened that line, and a fantastic grip pass to the outside.
Yeah, and that's how you tell from sides that are doing well. He really did straighten up, and again, we haven't seen such good execution in passes, but again, that was the excellent pass from him.
And he doesn't get over for the 5 points. He put Luston Makosa away to add the extra 5. Looks like a good kick, and that's successful as well. Wow, we've seen some great kicks from the Zambians. Not that those extra 2 points are really going to be needed in this encounter, but nevertheless, sometime during the tournament we might need them.
No, for sure, and I think it's you know, in 7's, those kicks obviously from far out are very difficult to execute because you know, with this wind pushing the ball left to right, it's always difficult. And again, they're making some substitutions here just to keep the whole squad fresh, and I think that worked well in the first game, and they're using the same tactic.
Another big hanging kick. This time Botswana handle it with ease, but the pass, not so sure about that.
They would obviously call it a hospital pass, you know, where, you know, you're just looking at you're giving your teammate those dagger eyes that how do you expect me to deal with this? But I really feel for the Botswana team, you know, obviously a long travel, and they're still a developing nation, and one would like to see them doing well.
Well, he has an opportunity for them. Get the ball nice and wide. The inside ball, like we said, that's a little bit easier to defend. That's better from them. A little bit of momentum as they approach the 10-yard line. Support is there. That's much better from Botswana. Oh, caught ball in hand. And that's a very big tackle from Terry Kayamba. They still have it though, do Botswana. Almost getting away from the defender. Now they got the numbers. Good hands. This will give them a little bit of confidence. They need the support. It comes.
Let's keep pressing, boys.
This is excellent ball movement from the team, because in 7's, it doesn't matter whether you're going forwards or backwards, just keep the ball moving. And I think that's what they've done well, but obviously just an error then puts you under pressure.
Well, they have now gone backwards, but like you said, managing to hold on to the ball, and now it'll be an easy jog-in for Zambia as the speculative kick to try relieve that pressure is unsuccessful. Laston Makosa will get in for a double in the corner, and yeah, Botswana just kicking away possession there.
Yeah. They're really testing their kickers. Are the Zambian try scorers. All the tries have been out wide. And then in this wind, any kicker would know you're busy shouting to that try scorer, try get it under the pole so that my kicking stats improve.
Well, I tell you what, every time the kicks look more difficult, he's actually been better. Oh, that didn't look too far off either. Flags stay down, so just the 5 added. Zambia with a minute and a half to go, leading Botswana B very comfortably, 38 points to 0.
Yeah. And it's impressive outing from the Zambian team. I think for them, what they would like to have obviously tested is just their defensive lines, and you know, that's always important.
Again, a lot of pressure from Zambia. They're forcing the tap from Botswana. They get away with that one. I'm not so sure what the penalty was for.
Yeah, I think the ref is obviously looking in his law book just to try the spectacle.
Are you allowed to get penalized for scaring the opposition?
I think that's obviously when you look at some of the physiques of these Zambian players, I think the ref is obviously...
Jeremy Badcock was charging down on the Botswana receiver. Anyway, they didn't really make that penalty work, did Botswana. It's a scrum in their own 10-yard line. You know, a lot of space, an open space for them to maybe create something, Zambia. Let's see if they listen to their coach. They spoke about taking it wide. Again, a little dummy pass, and that will be, if I'm not mistaken, 5 for David Chumbukulu.
And he is on fire today. Excellent try. Again, his show and go is very effective. Obviously, the defense already started defending out wide instead of closing the space. Elementary error in terms of the defenders. You should never push up in front of the player you're defending inside.
I think what he's done as well is that he's beaten the defender for pace. So the defense becomes a lot more fragmented, and the show and go was easy for him because that space was created. That's the end whistle and confirmation that Zambian national team will be 2 from 2. An easy victory for them, a lot more clinical than we saw in the first game, and they'll be happy with that performance, Kenny.
Yeah, it's important, you know, listening to what the coach was saying at halftime, you know, that they would like to just get some of the game strategy into place. But it's a very impressive victory, 45 points to 0, for them to just get their tournament going into underway.